Climb aboard the Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo train. Jive Talkin with Shane D. Get on board and get your ride for free. There's a lady and she is tied to the tracks. Stop the train before she is mushy. Jive. I all of a sudden forgot how to use all those sweet patterns, so now I'm back to the basics again until I figure that out. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. I just know what love is. Welcome back to episode 41 of Jive Talkin with Shane Diablo, where we get into news, hard rock and heavy metal news articles. First off, the Queen is dead. I thought she was never going to die. And I'm not meaning that in a rude way. It's just she's been the queen for so long, ever since I was born, that I was like, when are they going to get another one of those? And she's like the Queen Elizabeth II or something. But rest in peace to the Queen. If you're English or anyone out there, and you're going through a hard time, rest in peace. Also, as a little side note, John Norum. Jesus, I just heard a song for the first time today from John Norum called Eternal Flame. I'm going to see if there's a video to it or something. The dude shreds like Yngwie on the guitar. I had no idea. I know that he did a version of Vinnie Vincent's Back on the Streets that was really good. But I had no idea. I heard this song Eternal Flame and I was like, he's shredding it. He's ripping that guitar to pieces. Speaking of guitar shredding, let's get into this first story. Kane Roberts. You older folk are going to know him from the Constrictor record and also the fantastically heavy metal record from Alice Cooper called Raise Your Fist and Yell, which I loved. I listened to that damn near every day in school. I love that record. I heard an interview with Kane Roberts where he was talking about how he's excited to get back with him. He said that he wrote a couple of songs or riffs and stuff on Trash as well, but he's stoked to be back in. We're not going to watch too much of this or anything, but I wanted to get into it and welcome Kane Roberts back to the Alice Cooper band. Of course, Nita Strauss left, and she went on to play guitar for the pop star Demi Lovato, but it says, watch Alice Cooper play first show with guitarist Kane Roberts in nearly 3.5 decades. Now, that would be 3.5, 30.5, so 35 years. Alice Cooper played his first show with guitarist Kane Roberts since 1988, last night, Wednesday, September 7th, at the kickoff of his fall U.S. tour at the Wind Creek Event Center in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Is that where Jesus was born? Bethlehem, Pennsylvania? Fan film video of the concert can be seen below. Kane's return to Alice's touring band was first reported as a rumor by the Metal Sludge website. That's the one that has the weenie descriptions on it. I'm pretty sure Metal Sludge is the place where you can go and look up how good is Stephen Pearcy in bed. Website, July 11th, he stepped in as the replacement for Nita Strauss, who announced her departure from the Coopers group 2 months ago. After an 8-year stint, Nita has since joined the backing band of pop star Demi Lovato. Alice Cooper announced his renewed collaboration with Kane in a social media post in July. He wrote, "I'm looking forward to welcoming back Kane Roberts from our shows in September and October. We've been friends all this time, and he's always been one of my favorite guitarists. He's bringing more muscle to the Detroit Muscle Tour." Kane Roberts, if you don't remember him, they used to call him Kane Rambo Roberts because he looked like Rambo, and it was just about that time. He looked like he got the headband, he had the muscles. If you want to check out a song, Kane Roberts put out a solo album, and there's a song called Rock Dolls, and I think we've done a reaction to it, but you can check that out and see him in all his glory with a machine gun guitar and everything. Here's Alice. "We've always had a swinging door policy. We're playing where players can come and go. So it's very exciting to get back on stage with Kane. The fans are really in for a treat at these shows. It's going to be a blast. Kane Roberts, Ryan Roxy, and Tommy Henriksen on guitars? Hell yeah. Yeah, so it's a 3-guitar situation there. Let's just check out a taste of this. Bed of Nails and Hey Stupid. Do we want to do... Let's do some Poison. That girl is poison. He's looking good. Alice Cooper, he's like 78 years old, something like that, 108, something. Yeah, get Kane over there. He says, "He rockin', man. That mojo is a rockin'." Come on, you son of a... He said, "Oh, yeah." Oh, look at Alice. He's got his... I mean, he's still a beefy boy, but he's definitely lost a lot of the... What do they do when they lose the bulk? Because he's still a real beefy boy. He's looking good. Your blood like ice. I think we're going to have to go into a deep dive. Feeding my Frankenstein. Come on now. People shit in their shorts when they hear that. Oh, this is the opening. Come on. There's the guy from Beasto Blanco. Anywho, we'll move on. Ozzy Osbourne. Are you familiar with him, Ozzy Osbourne? He says, "I know that I can get back on stage and play a full concert again." And if you're asking me, that's wonderful. I'd like to see Ozzy Osbourne at least once more in my lifetime or his. Ozzy Osbourne is set to give his first U.S. performance in 2 years this Thursday, September 8th, at the first day of the NFL season. Oh, really? Are you ready for some football? It was announced Monday that the legendary Black Sabbath singer will be the halftime performer of the game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Buffalo Bills. Is that the guy who goes, "Oh, wait, are you talking about the big fat girl?" What does he say? "Put the lotion in the basket or else it places the lotion in the basket or else it gets the hose again." Get in the comments and tell me what you think of Silence of the Lambs, that movie. His name was Buffalo Bills, too. Ozzy's last performance in the U.S. at the 2019 American Music Awards, Post Malone, when he joined Travis Scott and Post Malone for a performance of their collaboration, "Take What You Want From Me." I think that's what I just sang there was the Pink Floyd. "Take What You Want From Me." If you've never listened to the Pulse album from Pink Floyd, it doesn't have Roger Waters on it, but it's damn good. I saw that concert. Ozzy has not performed a full concert since 2018. The 73-year-old Osbourne, who underwent a major surgery in June to remove and realign pins in his neck and back, was asked in a new interview with Kerrang! Magazine how realistic he rates the chances of getting his farewell show back on the road. He said, "I'm going to put 110% into getting myself out there. Time is my most valuable asset now. I'm 73. I'm the prince of fucking darkness. I don't think that I'll be here in another 25 years. I've got a goal. The goal is to get back on stage. I had my last surgery in June. I can't have any more. So whatever I make of it is entirely up to me now." He didn't say entirely. "Even if I manage one show, then fall over, I'll have done it. But I know what I'm going to carry on. I know I can beat it. I know that I can get back on stage. It's just that I've got to get off my boot and go for it. I agree with you, Ozman. Ozzy, along with his wife and manager Sharon, also appeared earlier today on Good Morning America with Bryant Gumbel. Wasn't Bryant Gumbel on there? Where he opened up about his post-surgery recovery, saying, before I be talking to you like this, he told the correspondent Chris Connolly. He hunched over in his chair. Since I had this surgery, I have improved significantly. Ozzy, who revealed he has Parkinson's disease in January. Is that the same thing? Get in the comments below. Is that the same thing that Michael J. Fox has it, but is that the same thing? Floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. Ali, Muhammad Ali, does he have? Is that what he has? Ozzy, who revealed he had Parkinson's disease in January 2020, said that his mobility these days is not great. I have to negotiate everywhere I want to go, and I tire easily, but I am well. My family has been absolutely wonderful while I've been laid up, he added. Remember when he used to make all those burritos and stuff on the TV show? That was like the first really good reality TV show, I think, was the Osbournes. Because you could just tune in and, he's just sitting there trying to work the channel changer and make a burrito or a sandwich, and you're like, I'm totally enthused with this. Ozzy has struggled with a number of health issues over the years. In 2003, he almost died in an ATV accident. I think they filmed that. That's on the TV show. When his quad flipped onto him while he was riding around his London estate. Ozzy also underwent an operation after suffering a bad fall in 2019. He told Connolly, I had to have surgery in my neck, which screwed all my nerves. Last month, Ozzy told The Guardian that he and Sharon were moving back home to England early next year and leaving America behind for a number of reasons, including the current state of the United States of America. Everything's fucking ridiculous there, Osbourne said. I'm fed up with the people getting killed every day. God knows how many people have been shot in the school shootings, and there was the mass shooting in Vegas at that concert. It's fucking crazy, man. I don't want to die in America. If you don't want to die in America, Ozzy, don't go to an elementary school. That's one surefire way. I don't want to be buried in a fucking forest lawn. Referencing Los Angeles' cemetery that houses the remains of many celebrities. Oh, what is that, Hollywood Cemetery? I'm English. I want to be back. But saying that, if my wife said we got to go and live in Timbuktu, I'll go, he added. But no, it's just time for me to come home. Mama, I'm coming home. Hey, congratulations to Gene Simmons. Before we get into this story, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Kistery. I watched that last night, the 2-part thing. I watched it on Hulu, Kistery. They kept popping up this little disclaimer. Peter, Chris, and Ace Frehley chose not to take part in this whole thing. And it was okay to watch. I liked the first episode of it, the first hour and a half or whatever. But the one thing that I wanted to say is they show a clip when Paul Stanley's going, I was just fed up with Gene Simmons because this is in the second part. Or maybe it's the end of the first. I can't remember. Anyways, where he's going, Gene's heart wasn't into it. So on the Crazy Crazy Nights album, it was basically all him because Gene was off doing movies and stuff. They show a clip of Gene Simmons doing the acting tape. This is the same tape that one Kurt Gooch got me a strike for. That's right, I said his name. Because the reason why I said his name is because I listened to an interview with Gene Simmons on the Dean Del Rey show, and Dean Del Rey brought up, dude, what's up with all that footage that popped up on YouTube of you guys? And Gene Simmons said, oh yeah, and he brings the guy's name up, Kurt Gooch, who gave me my strike, that's still on my channel for showing that clip. He says, how did he get that, man? How did he get all that old footage? He goes, I watched some footage of you guys rehearsing in like 1977 or 75 or something like that. Gene Simmons' answer to that was, I don't know. Do you know this guy? I don't know. But the lawyers are working on it. So please, Mr. Gene Simmons, please sick all the lawyers on him. I don't know the dude. I don't know. He says, how did he get that stuff? How did he get all that stuff from you? I don't know. Did he buy it? Gene Simmons said, I don't know, but the lawyers are working on it. So the clip they show you in History was the same thing I was stopping and starting and doing a video autopsy on that I got a strike for. So Mr. Gene Simmons, I know you've blocked me on Twitter. I apologize for whatever it is that I did there. I've since canceled my Twitter. I don't have it live anymore. But yeah, get to the bottom of that, Gene, please. And sue. Whoever owns stuff that you don't know how they got a hold of it or what they did or what, get them. Sick them. Gene Simmons, Moneybag Soda celebrates shipping 1 million bottles. He mentions that in the Dean Del Rey interview as well, that he owns the Moneybag logo, and so he's made Moneybag Sodas. So I didn't think they'd sold 10 bottles of it, but apparently 1 million. Moneybag Soda, the premium soda line launched in 2018 by Kiss bassist vocalist Gene Simmons, is in cooperation with Niagara Falls, New York-based Rocksteady Sodas, Inc., subsidiary of Johnny Ray Bottling Company, recently shipped its 1,000,000th bottle. Kurt Gooch ever buy any Moneybag Sodas? Simmons says, proud to let everybody know that we have sold over 1 million bottles of my Moneybag Soda. Come celebrate with us. Go to moneybagsoda.com. Added the Moneybag Soda team, Gene Simmons is no stranger to selling millions of units. Our Moneybag Soda's team is excited to celebrate this milestone with him. I mean, Gene's not down there brewing it up. He just slapped his money bag on there, right? Cheers to the next 1,000,000 bottles. I mean, is 1,000,000 bottles of soda good if your company comes out in 2018? Please put that in the comments below. Over the last few years, the explosion of artist brand beverages has been incredible. Talking about the challenges of an artist brand beverage, the Moneybag Soda team said, in many instances, this artists are not too involved with the product. Oh, maybe I'm going to eat my words here. And leave it up to the manufacturers. Gene is personally involved with all aspects of Moneybag Soda business. It is not just putting his name on the product. He has done buyer calls, store appearances, bringing customers to Kiss shows, does personal videos for all customers to use on social media, etc. Gene also uses his millions of followers on social media to promote product. He is a great businessman. Jesus, where have you heard that before? He's a great businessman. Launching a non-artist brand is more challenging. It is pretty much up to you how much cash you have to market. We have many great stories to talk about. Flavors. I wanted to get into this. Moneybag is made of all natural flavors. Everything is made of all natural flavors, right? Everywhere you go, anything you drink, that's all natural flavors. All natural flavors, colors, sweeteners, and packaged in eco-friendly glass bottles with painted labels. The flavor portfolios include cola, diet cola, ginger ale, root beer, and cream soda. You know I'm a cream soda kind of a fella. And new, hold on to your hats, everybody, and new blood orange flavor is currently in development. So congratulations to Gene Simmons, and he's holding the bottle there. He's got his little fluffy helmet on, and he's holding the bottle. And get on him. Get on him, Gene. Sue. Sue, sue, sue. Please. As soon as I saw that little clip on History, I thought, I wonder if old Kurt's go over there trying to do a cease and desist on old Gene Simmons. If he quote unquote owns the copyright. It makes you want to kind of fight it. It makes you kind of want to click that dispute and say, let's just see how far this goes. Anywho, James LoMenzo. You know I can't get enough of James LoMenzo. He's the bass player He was the bass player for White Lion. He is now the new bass player for Megadeth, and he is also very enjoyable on, I can't remember the season, I want to say it's season 23 of The Amazing Race. James LoMenzo on his return to Megadeth after David Ellefson's sex video scandal. I wanted to see if it mentions anything about that stuff too. James LoMenzo says, oh, let me tell you something, honey, sister child, I didn't see that coming. James LoMenzo says that he could not have foreseen his return to Megadeth as a permanent member of the band. Well, as long as you're not pulling out your wang doodle and showing it to people on the internet, you should be okay, James. LoMenzo was Megadeth's bass player in the mid-2000s and recently stepped back in as a touring member of the Metal Tour of the Year. James officially rejoined the Megadeth family in May. LoMenzo played... I was just looking at it. It's weird the way his name's spelled. It's capital L O capital M. That's LoMenzo. Maybe it's just for accent, right? LoMenzo. Played his first show with Megadeth in nearly 12 years in August 2021 in Austin, Texas. The concert took place 3 months following David Ellefson's dismissal from Megadeth after sexually tinged messages and explicit video footage involving him were posted on Twitter. Oh. Yeah, there's no rules on Twitter. You can basically do what you want. Asked in a new interview with Andrew DiCecco of Vinyl Writer Music how his return to Megadeth came about, James said, well, here's the thing. It's funny because the other day I was backstage and I go, I'm going on 2 years back in Megadeth here. I didn't see that coming again. It was a total, not a complete surprise, but a surprise. Referencing the sex video scandal that led to Ellefson's exit from Megadeth, LoMenzo, he's a nice guy. He's not going to get too deep into it. When I saw the stuff that was going on with Megadeth, it was all over the internet. We're all connected. I looked at it and I thought, God, that's so damn hot. And I started to whack it. Oh, no, he didn't say that. We're all connected. I looked at it and I thought to myself, I wonder if I'll get a phone call. But at the time, I kind of thought, you know what? They're going to resolve this, or whatever is going on is going to fix itself. So I kind of went that way. Anyway, it did not fix itself. And so suddenly Megadeth was in need of a bass player and my phone blew up.
Hello, James. What are you doing? Yes, David Ellefson's been jacking it online. We need you to come back and rock with us.
I mean, everybody I knew grew up. Well, did you get the call? Do you know anything yet? He continued, I had been doing all kinds of gigs for years since the last time I was in Megadeth in 2007. So, at the time, I was playing with John Fogerty. There's a bad moon on the rise. Boo-doo-dip-bip. And that was like, long weekend gigs, and I was digging the hell out of it. I was playing next to drummer Kenny Aronoff. Who's that? Put that in the comments below. And we play all these great places and stuff, so I was fine. I was looking for a gig. But I did consider that I might get a phone call sometime, or I might not. So then, when it was discovered that Megadeth was recording with another bass player, oddly enough, I knew this may sound strange to some people. I was like, OMG, phew. And the reason being is not that I don't ever want to play with Megadeth again. As you can see, I am. Duh. What are you, dumb? But that was going to be another big change in my life, just like joining Megadeth for the first time was a big change in my life. And going from what my life had become to what it could become, and I had joined Megadeth again. I had some trepidation. Okay. Boy, he's just rattling on. Maybe I should go listen to that episode, because he's letting it all out. I'd like to know what if there was any kind of nuggets on the Ellefson. Ellefson was in Megadeth from the band's inception 1983 to 2002, and again in 2010 until his latest departure. Yeah, and I did do that video autopsy, or that hard rockin' heavy metal news snack, where he was on the Eddie Junk in the Trunk show. Dave Mustaine was, and he was talking about Super Collider and how David. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I think a lot of. It strikes me as I think that the sexy times that David Ellison was doing was the straw that broke the camel's back. I feel like he was holding some resentments for quite some time. It is that time, my friends. Oh, we got one more thing. You want to see the ghost guy fall off the stage? Okay, let's see. Now, it took me forever to find this damn thing, but they're doing the song Year Zero. Hail Santan. You got to watch this little fella in the back, because he's going to climb up here and do a fall. And there's little Papa Emerito. He's down there. I thought it'd be one of these dudes, but it's this guy. He runs up this little thing over here. Oh, there he is. I got the wrong guy again. Wait a minute. Am I missing something? Did they get another guitar player? Usually they have a keyboard player, a drummer. They got the two guitarists down front, the bass player. Who the hell? Who dat? Anyways, watch this guy. There he goes. You see him? One leg just went off. This is where he's thinking to himself, by God, I've made a mistake. Boom. Ouch. Does your guitar survive that? And then he just climbed right back up the steps there. Yeah, I mean, there's something unsettling when you take that step and you just go, that's it. It's like that song. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'll be your number one with a bullet. It's like the minute that leg goes off, that's it. Doesn't matter if you're James Dean or Elvis Presley or the coolest guy in the world or whatever. Once that leg goes off the stage, you're a goof. Bang! There he goes. It's time to get into your comments, my friends. We are at the end of this thing. And we got White Bread up first. White Bread, our pal White Bread. Being in a band is not easy. Kudos to the ones that have figured out how to make it work for years. Watched a Mastodon documentary. It was amazing how they work together. Yeah, I just heard an interview with Bran Daler, the drummer. And those guys are a cohesive, it's 25%. And they all get songwriting credits. They all put in. The drummer sings a lot. Well done, White Bread. Mr. Zayas Baltar coming in. A bit too late, as you mentioned, but Piercy should be commended for losing the Rat name and touring as a solo act. He is going to earn less money, but at least he can sleep at night knowing but at least he knows he can sleep at night knowing he is stealing from the fans. I accidentally came across a Corey Taylor cover album where he does songs like Shakin'. Ooh, I do a cover of that. Have you ever watched that? By Eddie Money. I'm driving a Porsche and I'm singing Shakin', and Selena Gomez is in the passenger seat. You got to look that up. On the Dark Side by John Cafferty. On the Dark Side. Quite good covers. What was the movie with that in? On the Dark Side. Eddie something. Eddie that died and the chick and he pulls up in the driveway with the lights on and all that. What was that movie? Put that in the comments below. Had that dark side. His dark side going and nothing is real. Only thing he's done that I liked. I guess Tommy Lee is doing the classic overcompensation. He can't stand behind 7 solid albums like Rat can, so he does what he does to justify his existence on Earth? ? I'm puzzled by Crew's popularity today as much as I was as a 12-year-old hearing Shout at the Devil for the first time. DeMartini is up with George Lynch, and Mick Mars isn't even as good as Steve Lynch from Autograph. Piercy looking like the classic Universal monster Frankenstein was funny too. Well, you're getting a heart for that. Well done. Yes. And he does. He did look like it. You didn't like Shout at the Devil? I was like, I love this, the look, the songs, the everything. I was like, who are these freaks? I called them Armored something for a long time after I saw the Looks That Kill video. I was like, have you seen that band called Armored It wasn't Armored Saint, but it was something. And they were like, no, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, Armored. I'm like, dude. And I went, oh, it's Motley Crue. Oscar Salvador coming in here. In the last Jive Talkin, you pondered if Zach Wilde, a.k.a. Jeff, last name was Wild, his birth name is Jeffrey Phillips Wieland. Not as sexy as I guessed. Yeah, you got to change your. Zach Wilde. That's a rock star's name. Jeffrey Phillip. That's not quite as good. Ladies and gentlemen, Ozzy Osbourne lead guitarist Jeffrey Phillip Wieland. Wieland. I hope Jeff eliminates or minimizes extra pinch harmonics and vibrato while playing in Pantera. Yeah. What did they say? Did I read something where they said that Zach's going to be playing all his old gear? All of Dimebag's old stuff? Put that in the comments and tell me. There's your heart. Ryan Wade coming in. Wow, this is absolutely the best and only Eddie Trunk impression I've ever heard. Well, I am not a musician, but I have to say I am very good friends with all rock stars from the 80s and 90s. Thank you, Ryan. We got a trio here from Bobby. LMAO, Stanley in Your Dreams. That's great. I couldn't imagine getting financial advice or any advice from someone that looked like that. I'll take it wherever I can get it. He's referring to Stanley from Love, Sex, and LSD. They got Love, Sex, and Death. There's your heart. Nice Tommy Lee impression. Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, you want to see my wiener? There's your heart. Bobby again here. I believe he, Mr. Dope, was saying without actually saying that he is the singer by saying Edsel Dope is not the singer because it's a character. LOL. I agree 100%. He was very good with that. There's Michael Buchanan. We're going to pass him because does he have jokes? One of these days he might not have the jokes. Yeah. It's like that. We have the meats. Arby's. We have the... Mike Buchanan, he's got the jokes. Dr. Funkenstein here. Tommy, keep your dog out of your pants and your weenie in your pants. Thank you. Finally, someone said it. It was sad how Rat turned out. They could be doing big numbers like the stadium tour is doing, but the infighting killed that chance. Boy, that would be something, right? I wouldn't want old... Joan Jett to be kicked off the tour, but man, if you could put Rat, Poison, Motley Crue, and Def Leppard, holy bananas. The stadium tour is doing the infighting killed the chance. I did meet Steven once at an airport in the smoking area. He was very cool, or should I say way cool. And we had a quick chat and a smoke. Then we went to catch our planes. Great episode as usual. Thank you, Dr. Funkenstein. And here's Miss Althea coming in with hers. Oh my goodness, Miss Althea. The Dumbstruck Fool says, theme song was rockin', literally poppy jazz funky rap. Coin a new genre. I love it. Now that I got myself over busting your likening Piercy to Frankenstein, just call him Frankenpiercy and be done with it. I love Rat dearly, and I totally agree that the band as we knew it was honestly and literally done when Robin passed. And to continue on as strictly a business venture is not a good idea. If there is no chemistry between the surviving members anymore, fans can tell, and it's not worth it. I agree with that. While I have patronized post-Robin Rat in a few incarnations, at the time they were somehow the smallest sense of brotherhood, and it still sounded and felt good. The saving grace was probably Warren, to be honest. Oh, so you saw him with Warren DeMartinian. But when I met them in 2017, it was quite jarring. when Juan was openly talking shit about Steven when the man was standing 2 steps away. Ah, and there was no shame in any of it. At this point, I would rather see a well-executed tribute band or just wallow in the very wonderful memories watching vintage concert footage on YouTube and a couple of bootleg DVDs that I have. That shit will always immediately take me to a happy place and give me a smile. Still Miss Althea here. Where's a therapist when you need one? Why the hell doesn't Stone Sour just break up instead of continuing to stay on hiatus? If y'all don't get along, you do not get along. Why force it? Kind of sounds like the rat story. It is more respectful to each other and to the fans to recognize your boundaries and just move on. I agree totally. It's not like Corey isn't busy with another little project called Slipknot. What you gonna do with all that junk? All that junk with Eddie Trunk? Yeah, no disrespect to the Black Eyed Peas, but I had to get that out of my system. Is that a Black Eyed Peas song? I saw the Black Eyed Peas. They opened for No Doubt some years ago, but I was just like, this was way long time ago. Is that okay that I said that I went and saw No Doubt? People might be going, dude, bro, you're false metal, man. This is still Miss Althea here. I think Tommy Lee suffers from Peter Pan syndrome and will never grow up. He is exhausting. I hope that wiener dog took a chunk out of his actual wiener. Or at least something down there. Yeah, the sack or something. As payback for being held hostage in his doofus board shorts. Can you imagine the headlines? Another charge on his rap sheet if there were an en masse incident of indecent exposure, if every other guy in the crowd really did drop their drawers at his command. Yeah. That's the one thing that most men won't do. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, it could be Katy Perry going, ball out your peacock cock. I want to see your peacock cock. Guys are kind of like, I mean, the dudes that are packing 10-pounders, they're going, they can't wait to drop their shorts. But most men are like, no, I keep that to myself. One of the most terrible things that, and women probably don't know this, one of the most horrible experiences you can go through as a man is going to a concert in a big venue where they have a trough. And I'm telling you, it is like a horse trough. And men line up, and there's no separation. You are rubbing shoulders with the guys next to you on both sides, and it's long. It's 20 feet long. And it's a freaking metal trough that you stand and piss in. It is just horrid. I hate going to those. Hate those toilets. Let's see. I'll still Miss Althea here. Your South Park Chief impression was dead on and beautiful. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on now. We're going to get it up. Let's get it up. Janie Lane was an amazing storyteller-songwriter. He always held a lot of resentment toward Cherry Pie, the song, because the record company wanted an anthem, and he cranked that song out under pressure. The album that followed Cherry Pie, the album Dog Eat Dog, Ultraphobic, and Belly to Belly, had some very deep materials. Songs like April 2031, Andy Warhol Was Right, and A Family Picnic were on the darker side. Still Miss Althea here for one last thing. Coming to a 2-drink minimum venue near you, Mike Buchanan. Love his jokes are being a traditional closer of this weekly feature. Yep. There's your heart, Miss Althea. And you get a thumb because, my heavens. And someone else gave you something, too. It's probably Mike, because he read your comment and said, oh, she put me in there. He's going to start up a comedy career, go down to Yuck Yucks and Chuck Chucks and Giggles and all of them. Mike Stills are coming in. Dino is short for dinosaur, so it's Dino. I would watch a weekly Dino Talkin as well. Well, Dynamite! Get yourself a Diet Coke if you know that reference right there. And that's going back, right? That's even earlier than the 80s. Mike Stelter, there's your heart. Mike Stelter, one more time. The whole Tommy Lee shit had me rolling. Oh, thanks, bro. I mean, yeah, right on. My Winky. That would have been even better if he would have pulled that dog out. Does anyone want to see my Winksy Doodle? But, you know, it's a wiener dog, so he's like, get it? Get it? It's a wiener dog. Mike Buchanan to get it. He get the joke because he's a jokester. He's a jokesmith. Here we go with Mike Buchanan's. Hey, I didn't get my heart from last week's comments, so no jokes for you. Okay, don't twist my arm. I give you some jokes. I'm sorry about that. Geez, I wish I'd give you two. I'll give you one now. How about that? Bang. There you go. Rat had their day and time, but yeah, I would say the sunset years, the sunset years ago. Too bad on the Stone Sour news. Way better band than Slipknot, in my opinion. Yeah, changed my mind. Still Mike Buchanan, not a Static X fan. Next. That's too bad for King's X fantastic band that just never got caught on with the masses. Doug is one of the nicest men in music today. There anyone else tried of seeing Tommy's wiener? What? What have you done here? What? There. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Douglas is one of the nicest men in music today. Their newest album, 3 Sides of One, just dropped September 2nd. Go get a copy to help out the band. I'd say that. Or buy some merch. Maybe I should do that. I'll go over and buy me a King's X t-shirt on their website or something to support them. Anyone else tired of seeing Tommy Lee's wiener? Still Mike Buchanan here, and now your Jive Talkin Jokes of the Week. We lost the award-winning, well, okay, I forgot to pay the licensing fee. Leave me alone. I don't know what that means. I quit my job at the helium bottling plant because I refuse to be spoken to in that tone. Ha! That's a good one. Why can't Stevie Wonder see his friends? Because he's married. Oh, no, you didn't. Marriage is a very wonderful and splendid thing. Still Mike Buchanan with more jokes here. A pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel jammed into his pants. The bartender says, hey, buddy, you know you got a steering wheel in your pants? The pirate replies, yar, it's driving me nuts. Yar, it's driving me nuts. And it would be doing that. That's all we got for this episode, you fine and fantastic freaks out there. Have a damn good weekend. Have a damn good week. Back for more very shortly. I mean, what's going on with this thing here? I had it working, and then... See? Ooh. You get that jive bell ringing and sing ding dinging and too. Jiving on the jiving, it's a jiving on the heavy metal news. Hard rock and good times too. Shane Diablo loves you, yes he really do. Shitball. Oh.